Hello everyone, welcome to here. How are ya? Cool. Today we're going to talk about something, okay? We're going to talk about something. I'm going to tell you in a second, okay? I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about the chord number system, all right? Have you ever heard someone talk about chords as numbers? Or refer to chords as numbers? And you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Chords are not numbers. I'll tell you what that's about. So each key has a set of diatonic chords that are built from the scale degrees of that scale, right? And a scale degree is the number label we place or we associate to each note of a scale. Well, just like the notes of that scale are assigned numbers, the chords that are built from the notes of that scale are also assigned numbers. So let's go through an example together, okay? Let's look at the key of G major. So the notes in that key are G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. And those notes are labeled 1 to 7 starting from G, right, as the 1, and the F sharp would be the 7. And so the chords that are built from each of those scale degrees are also going to be number 1 to 7 in that order. So the chord that's built off of the G note is going to be the 1 chord, and so on and so forth until the F sharp, which would be the 7 chord. Let me take this off. So each chord of that scale not only gets assigned a number, but it also gets, what is happening here? But they also get assigned a chord quality. And that could be either major, minor, or diminished. And so now there's a specific order of these chord qualities that we follow in major and minor keys. Let me tell them to you. So in a major key, the 1 chord is going to be a major chord. So that would be, in our example here, the G. So that would be G major. The 2 would be a minor, so A minor. 3 a minor, so B minor. The 4 would be major, so C major. The 5 would also be major, so D major. The 6 would be minor, so E minor. And the 7 would be diminished, so F sharp diminished. And so no matter what key you're in, right, whatever key you're in, okay, whatever key you're in, the order of chord quality is going to remain the same. So the 1 will always be a major, and so on and so forth, you know? So let's do another one. Let's do the key of C major. So the notes in that chord are C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. I forgot what comes after C for a moment. You know, it's so silly. I'm so used to writing out the alphabet up to G. And then once I tried to write the entire alphabet, and I couldn't remember what came after G. I even sang the song and it didn't help. I didn't know. So anyways, so the 1 chord would be C major, the 2 would be D minor, the 3 would be E minor, the 4 would be F major, 5 would be G major, the 6 would be A minor, and the 7 would be freaking B diminished. And so we follow a different order of chord qualities, right? They kind of get swapped around a little bit, swapped around for minor keys. So the order of the chord qualities in a minor key goes something like this. The 1 is going to be a major, the 2 is going to be diminished, the 3 is going to be a major, the 4 and 5 is going to be a minor, the 6 is going to be a major, and the 7 is also going to be a major. And so by the way, we're in a minor key. The 5 chord will sometimes be altered to a major chord. So there's a little bit of a theoretical kind of little alteration we typically make to the 5 chord of a minor key. But we're not going to talk about that, okay? Because I don't want to do that. But in strictly theoretical terms, the 5 is technically a minor in a minor key, okay? Okay. I'm having a little spiky thing in my slipper. And I've been ignoring it this whole time. I feel like I'm going to address it, so give me a moment. It's my slipper. Okay, so great. What does this all mean? Now we know what we learned so far, you know, but what does that all mean? Well, listen here. We use these numbers to describe chord progressions. So if I say, let's play a 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of C major, we're going to look at the diatonic chords in C major and then play the 1, 4, and 5 chords. So that's going to be the C major chord, the F major chord, and the G major chord. I would play them on the guitar for you, but I forgot to turn my amp on, and it's all the way over there. So, you know, I could play for you with the amp off. Let's do that. So now, according to my notes, we should do the same example in C minor. So we'll play 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of C minor. And remember, in minor keys, the chord qualities associated to each chord of the scale are different, right? They're in different order. So the 1 chord is going to be C minor, the 4 chord is going to be F minor, and the 5 chord is going to be G minor. I suppose I'll play those for you as well, shouldn't I? Okay. And so now why do we even use this system? Why don't we just name the chords of the key instead of saying the numbers? Well, that's because saying the numbers of the key is transposable across all keys. So all I have to say is let's play a 1, 4, 5, and then we could just mention what key we're in, as opposed to saying each chord that we need to play. It just makes communicating the progression a whole lot easier, you know? I could say let's play a 1, 4, 5 in C major, a 1, 4, 5 in B major, a 1, 4, 5 in B flat major. By doing this, I don't have to say a single chord. I don't have to say, let's play a C major, F major, G major. I don't have to say, let's play B major, E major, F major. I just have to say 1, 4, 5. And then just mention the key that you're in. So you see how that just makes it easier? And so that's it. Okay? That's really all. That's why we do it. That's what it is and why we do it, you know? According to my notes, we're done with the video. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you really love your dog. Don't forget, guys, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube at 5,000 subscribers. You should probably subscribe, okay? You should probably subscribe just because, I don't know, you probably want to watch a Rubik's Cube, you know, don't you? And also don't forget to go to megantracemusic.com for the 70 Guitar Study ebook. It's a guitar study ebook, okay? It's got chord shapes, scale shapes, theory stuff. It's just one big study textbook. It's also all organized through the cage system. So it makes studying the cage system very easy. And that's all. Oh my God, this was farther than I thought it was. Hello, dishes. Yeah, what? Yeah. I'll be there soon. Okay, bye. Okay, so that's all, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget, there's no such thing as too many capers in your pizza pocket. So just put them in there. Put them right in there, and you show them who's boss. Toodles!